In this video, we are going to show you the 5 typical foods you have to try in Venice. The city has one of the most unique gastronomies in Italy, strongly based on seafood from the Venetian lagoon, with the centuries-old tradition of cicchetti, the small Venetian plates, and a culture of baccaros as important as any trattoria. Let us go! Venice is a city where eating is a celebration of the lagoon tradition. Venetians take gastronomy very seriously, but with their own characteristics completely different from Rome, Florence, or Milan. There is a clear meal structure, with light colazione in the morning of coffee and Venetian pasticcini, lunch between 12:30 and 2:30. The sacred ritual of cicchetti, with wine between 5 and 8 in the evening, called Giro de Ombre, and dinner never before 8 at night. The authentic Venetian trattorias and traditional baccaros are institutions where you eat spectacular seafood dishes at much more accessible prices than the tourist restaurants in the center. Trying Venetian food is one of the best parts of the trip. The first food you have to try is not exactly a dish, but a complete tradition that defines Venetian culture: the cicchetti. They are typical Venetian small portions, similar to Spanish tapas, served exclusively at baccaros, the traditional Venetian bars. You order a selection of cicchetti like crostini with creamy cod, fish meatballs, eggs with anchovy, grilled octopus, sardine and sour, cured ham, and accompany with a glass of Soave white wine or Prosecco. The tradition is to do the Giro de Ombre, passing through several baccaros and trying different specialties at each. The must-try classics are Cantina do Spade, Al Merca, Osteria al Scarro near the Accademia, and Baccaretto da Lele near the station. Each cicchetto costs between 1 and 5 euros. We have done it several times and it is simply impossible to visit Venice without this experience. The second indispensable food is sarde in sour, perhaps the most authentically Venetian dish of all. It is fresh sardines fried and marinated in a sweet and sour mixture of caramelized onions in vinegar, raisins, pine nuts, and herbs. The recipe dates from the 14th century when Venetian fishermen used the marinade to preserve fish on long voyages, and the unique taste combines the salty of the fish with the sweet of the raisins and the acid of the vinegar. It is usually served cold as antipasto, accompanied by white Venetian polenta. The best places are Antiche Carampagne, Vini da Gigio, and Osteria alla Vedova. A portion costs between 10 and 16 euros. The third star of Venetian gastronomy is the famous risotto al nero di seppia, a dish that scares by appearance but conquers by taste. It is a creamy risotto made with arborio rice, fresh squid, and the natural ink of the squid itself, which gives the dish an absolutely impactful, intense black color. The flavor is delicate and deeply marine, with notes of sea and umami, traditionally served on special occasions and romantic Venetian dinners. The best places are Antiche Carampagne, Trattoria alla Madonna near Rialto, and Osteria di Santa Marina. A portion costs between 20 and 30 euros. This is one of the dishes that most surprised us. Absolutely worth trying, even if the initial color scares you. The fourth typical food is bacala mantecato, the most Venetian refined specialty of all. It is salt cod desalted for days, slowly cooked in milk, then beaten by hand into a creamy and light paste, adding extra virgin olive oil little by little, creating an aerated and delicate mousse that melts in your mouth. It is usually served over toasted polenta crostini, as cicchetto, or as antipasto in refined dishes. The paste was created by Venetian monks in the 15th century, and even today it is the most ordered cicchetto in the city. The best ones are Al Merca, Osteria, Al Scarro, and Cantina do Spade. A cicchetto costs between 2 and 4 euros, worth trying at several baccaros to compare. The fifth food we recommend is Fritto Misto Veneziano, the classic seafood fry from the Venetian lagoon. It is a generous mixture of fresh lagoon seafood like squid, shrimp, sardines, small octopus, tiny fish, and mollusks, all breaded in light flour and fried at high temperature to be golden and crispy outside and juicy inside. It is served in generous portions as main dish, accompanied only by lemon slices and parsley leaves. The best places are Acquastanza in Murano, Trattoria alla Madonna, and Antico Callis. A portion costs between 25 and 40 euros, absolutely worth it to know the marine essence of Venice. Beyond these 5 main foods and traditions, it is worth mentioning some other specialties that are part of the Venetian gastronomic identity. Pasta e fagioli is a rustic Venetian soup of pasta with white beans, simple and absolutely comforting. Fegato alla Veneziana is thinly sliced veal liver with caramelized onions, an emblematic dish served with white polenta. Bigoli and salsa are thick Venetian pasta in onion and anchovy sauce, simple but divine. And tiramisu has its roots near Venice in the city of Treviso, being served in the best Italian versions at any Venetian restaurant, all accompanied by original Venetian spritz or Prosecco, the Italian sparkling parents. Speaking of food, attractions, and tours, in the video description and here in the QR code, we will leave the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the largest tours website in the world and has practically everything there. Everything at the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, including food tours through the Baccaros of Cannaregio and Castello, and excursions to Murano and Burano with typical lunch, which are an incredible way to try several of these foods in a single tour. And remember that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip at the lowest price. The sites we use to put together our trips, with everything much cheaper, travel SIM card, travel insurance for half the price, tickets to all the attractions, good and cheap hotels we have stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account. And the links already include automatic discounts, so save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. For those who want to make a gastronomic itinerary in Venice, the richest neighborhoods are Cannaregio, with the largest concentration of traditional and authentic Baccaros, Castello, with trattorias frequented exclusively by Venetians and more affordable prices, Dorsoduro, with modern bistros and specialty cafes along the canals, and the area around Rialto near the famous fish market with classic cicchetti. It is also worth knowing the historic Mercato di Rialto in the morning, to see the fishermen bring the very fresh seafood directly from the Venetian lagoon, and where to stay to be close to all this. San Marco is the best starting point because it is in the absolute heart of the city, with walking access to all the main gastronomic regions and authentic Baccaros on the alleys themselves behind Piazza San Marco. We created this custom map that explains exactly which is the best region. Staying in this area, you cannot go wrong. And in the video description and here in the QR code, we will leave the link to the page with this map and with the hotels we have stayed at and recommend highly, including a hotel in San Marco where we stayed for an incredible price, super well located, a few steps from the best gastronomic options in the city. We saved a lot of money with that choice. 3 practical tips for eating well in Venice. First, always prefer traditional Venetian Baccaros far from Piazza San Marco and Rialto. That is where Venetians really eat for much lower prices. Second, do the sacred Giro de Ombre, passing through 3 or 4 Baccaros between 6 and 8 in the evening, drinking wine and trying different cicchetti at each. It is the most authentic social experience of Venice. And third, attention to the cover charge called coperto, and to the inflated price of restaurants with outdoor tables on Piazza San Marco, which charge up to 15 euros for coffee. An absolutely mandatory special mention is the Venetian Spritz, considered the father of all Italian aperitivos. Invented in Venice in the 19th century, it is a simple but perfect mixture of Venetian Prosecco, Aperol or Campari, sparkling water, and a slice of orange, served in a large glass with abundant ice. It accompanies any ticchetto and costs between 4 and 8 euros at any Venetian Baccaro. Another absolute tradition is the Venetian Espresso, taken standing at the counter for €1.10, never seated at the table, which charges 5 times more. And for sweets, Galani are thin and crispy biscuits, traditional of the Venetian Carnival, scented with liqueur and sprinkled with powdered sugar. And for those who are new here on the channel, you are very welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you are enjoying it, subscribe here on the channel and like the video. That helps us a lot. If you like the video, like it and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.